Howdy everybody. So I ordered a new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 phone. It's a bifold, foldable phone. I currently have a Z Fold 3. I've had it for years. But it's time to upgrade. There's no more security updates on that old phone, so it's so old that they stopped updating it. So I'm like, okay, it's time to get a new one. There's nothing wrong with it. But so I went into Verizon and I said, hey, I want to get this new phone and I want to pay cash. I don't want to be on the phone payment plan. That's a ripoff. So one of the ladies there said, she's like, oh, this is a tax deduction for you. I'm like, yeah, I'm a small business owner. I'm a independent truck driver, so I could write this off my taxes. And it kind of, made me feel like I'm speaking to someone who, okay, we're back. So it kind of made me feel like I was talking to someone who's not a business person and doesn't really understand small businesses too well. And they, in their mind, because I can write this off my taxes, I'm getting a free phone, a very expensive phone for free. Now, if you look at the one big beautiful bill that was passed last summer, 2025, you can deduct the full cost of items like your phone and equipment from your taxable income. So let's say you had to pay $10,000 in taxes, but you bought a $2,000 phone. Now you deduct that $2,000 from your taxable income. So now you only pay taxes on $8,000, not $10,000. So is that phone free? Well, my thinking of it is like, well, if it's free, then just hand it to me. Why do I have to go out here and drive 2,000-3,000 miles in order to pay for it? I still got to put in this labor. I still got to run my business. I got to generate the revenue to begin with in order to purchase the phone. So it's not free in the sense that you're just handing it out to everybody on the street. But in the salesperson's mind, it was free because it was a tax deduction. And I was thinking about that, and I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, well, not really. It's not really free. I mean, it's a break, but I wouldn't call it free. If you pay less in taxes, does that mean it's free? No. It means the government's taking less of your earnings. So it's kind of like, no one's going to give you anything for free. You got to go out there and you got to work, right? You got to go out there and you got to earn the money to begin with. Now, if the government decides to take less of your money, as an incentive for you to purchase new equipment, that's fine, but that doesn't mean that equipment is free. That just means the government's taking less of your money. It's kind of like if you walk down the street and you normally get robbed for $100, but on Sundays they give you a break, they don't rob you. It's like, is that free? No, it just means you're not getting robbed. So it's not free, but in the salesperson's mind, it was free. And you kind of think about, okay, what are people's hidden agendas, hidden motives? What are their true belief systems? What are their political leanings? If you were looking at this from a position of politics, and we all know that small business owners generally lean towards the Republican Party. If your salesperson is left leaning, for example, they could see this tax break as free. That you're getting something for free. If you're a small business owner that leans towards the right, this ain't free. You still got to work. Now, is the government taking less of your money? Sure. But you're still paying taxes on other income. They're just deciding not to take, taxes on this income. So it's not free. It never was free. So this concept of you getting a free phone because you're getting a tax break, that's incorrect. But I didn't correct the salesperson. I mean, that's like trying to convince someone that the sky is blue and the grass is green. If you don't know that, I can't help you. It's like I just keep my mouth shut. If you think I'm getting a free phone, I don't care what you think, as long as I get the phone. But it's like that with a lot of things. Now, you're going to get a deduction on new equipment. Does that mean your truck is free? No. Your truck is, that doesn't make sense. Your truck is not free. It just means the government's taking less of your money when you go purchase that truck. So to say something is free because another party is taking less, that's not true. It's just the logic is faulty to begin with. So I would say no, it's not free. Just because you decide to take less of my money doesn't mean I'm getting something for free. I still have to work. I still have to drive all those miles in order to generate that revenue. Now, if the government decides to take less money, that doesn't mean it's free. I still have to pay for it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the internet.